we're going to be getting into our language part now. So um, we have vocal exercises to practice the different sounds that we have in our Ktunaxa language. And one of the things that I'm learning as a teacher, we have two eyes, like cha, and then chi, and then there's another one, chi. So, but we're going to practice what I call the long I. Okay, we did a conversation with my big language group with two of our elders, and so they have to learn that too. So next or tomorrow night, I'll be teaching them that as they're listening to the recording, they have to be able to differentiate between the two. But right now, we're going to go with the long I. I call it the long I. So, okay, you want to start sharing? Mary, you have anything to say? So I can welcome everybody.
Yes, just want to say, Kisukyuki Kapineska, it's good to have you all here and look forward to the sharing portion of this all. Thanks.
Okay, we can, the the what I call a cent sign is the CH sound. So we have cha, che, cho. If you repeat it after me, on just on your own without having to put it on the microphone. Cha,
Cha,
che,
chi,
cho. The next one is what I call a hard C. Cha, che, cho. Cha, che, cho. Cha, che, cho. Then ha, he, ho. Ha, he, ho. Ga, ge, go. Ga, ge, go. Ka, ke, ko. That one is a little bit harsher, more explosive. Ka, ke, ko. You put you put your tongue up to the roof of your mouth and get the K out. Ka, ke, ko. And this is everybody's favorite one. Sa, se, so. Sa, se, so. La, le, lo. La, le, lo. Ma, me, mo. Ma, me, mo. Ma, me, o. Ma, me, mo. Na, ne, no. Na, ne, no. Na, ne, no. You roll that N a little bit, like na, ne, no. Pa, be, wo. Okay, Larry, you'll have to do that one again. I can't make that, that one and the next one. I can do the cues though. Larry, do you want to do the P-A-P-I-P-U and then the hard P-A-P-I-P-U? Oh, she's not hearing. So I'll continue. I'll do my best. The pa, pe, po. That's for the hard, the one with the apostrophe above it. Pa, pe, po. Pa, pe, po. And the one before that is sort of like pa, pe, po, almost like a V. Pa, pe, po.
I apologize. I had my microphone on mute, Alfred. Sorry about that.
Okay, I got through it.
You did great. Sukne.
Okay. With my Bell's palsy, it's hard to do the explosive sound because I can't hold my lips closed enough.
Hey. Well, you got the B up through. It sounded like you were B boo.
Yeah. Okay, we lost the okay, so the next one is ka, ke, ko. Remember seagull. Ka, ke, ko. Do it once more time. Ka, ke, ko. Okay, the hard Q. Ka, ke, ko. Ka, ke, ko. Now it's right from the back bottom of your throat, right at the back. Ka, ke, ko. Sa, si, so. Sa, si, so. Ta, te, to. Ta, te, to. Ta, te, to. Ta, te, to. Wa, we, wo. Wa, we, wo. Here's a popcorn hollow sound that's stuck in your throat. Ha, he, ho. Ha, he, ho. Ya, ye, yo. Okay, does anybody have to go grab a towel to wipe their desks off? Okay, so what we did next, Mary, did you want to break up into two rooms or continue in one?
If you have the screen, can you do a screen share and we can go into breakout rooms?
Oh, I forgot about that, sorry.
So this week we'll just all stick together and next week we'll start breakout rooms then?
Okay, yeah, that way I can learn how to share like practice sharing the screen. I'm just learning on this computer how to do stuff like that. So, okay. We're just waiting for your screen to come back up. Okay. No, go up to the top. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what we've done here is I went and found a word that uses those sounds like cha, chi, cho. So we've got those three up on top. And so I've gone through all the sounds and showed you how to utilize that sound in a word. So we'll start with cha, chaka, cha, chaka. Okay, did everybody get a copy of this? I noticed some of you look like you're writing down.
We were going to send the slides out after each class. Was that correct, Alfred?
Oh, probably we should do it before.
Okay.
So everybody can follow along. Yeah. Or what is the group
Alfred,
think?
sorry, I was starting to write because I was wondering if I would get the meaning of the word tuna and I would have that written down. That's why I was writing.
Okay, would you guys rather you guys write it and then get the coffee after every session, or before the session. Okay, I see before.
Before works for me.
Okay, before, good. Okay, so next week's session, we'll send it out. Okay, and I didn't put the English on here on purpose because it would be a distraction. So the first word was chaka, chaka, chi, chick, go, chi, chick, go, cho, chukon, kana, cho, chukon, kana. Chakme, cha, chakme, chi, chikos, chi, chikos, cho, chopnakot, cho, chopnakot, ha, hasik, ha, hasik, he, himo, he, himo, ho, hochok, ho, hochok, ka, kaskop, kaskopas, ka, kaskopas, ka, kaskopas, ki, kisnok, ki, kisnok, ko, kope, ko, kope. Mary, do you want to say that one? And you want to do a few? I'll start with ma. So you go from kope. I can't say the P right.
I can. Ka kastuki. Ka kastuki. Ki kit kuka. Ki kit kuka. Ku
Oh, we lost her. Are you there? Kot make.
Alfred, it's
Yeah.
Cindy. I see in Utmik, we have the dot. In Kutka, is that the glottal, the apostrophe?
That's a glottal.
And what is the
Itka.
difference? What's the difference
It-
between the glottal and the period and the dot?
Okay. The difference is the glottal stop, which is the period, or I mean the apostrophe, is a stop in the breath, like it, like that's the glottal stop between the two A's. So Ktunaxa, Ktunaxa is how you would say that. Ktunaxa, glottal stop, ka. And the other one with the raised dot means it's a long Ktunaxa, Ktunaxa. It's a long A, not the I, not the as in Hasik, Ktunaxa. See, there's a two there. There's the A and there's the A. A and A. Well, the long one, your mouth, it's almost breaks into a smile, like A, E, A. That's the difference between the two. But in our writing, the linguist didn't make the difference of that. So I've been really pushing because it is not Kutmik, it's Kutmik. So I've been really pushing to make sure that the two of them are separated. Like this,
Right.
like the KI, this nook, this, that's a short I, this nook. It's not this nook, this nook.
Mm.
Because if you said this nook, that sort of would be sort of like asking a question. It's just the way that it sounds, but we're not going to get into that too much.
Okay,
Are
thank
you
you.
back, Nara?
Yep.
Okay, we're at Sahakno.
Sahaknu. Sahaknu. Si. Su. Suwat. La swa. Lisa. Lucine. Mock. Mitskik. Mook. Nahi.
Nara,
Yeah.
just more, your K's are almost more going into English K, so mook, almost a G. And mitskik. Okay, you got that? The K and the G, the K is almost like a G, but not quite a G. Mitskik. Yeah, there you go. So whatever you say, yeah, and mook.
Mook.
Not too hard of a K, not a K. Mook. Okay, yeah,
Nahik.
almost
Ni.
a G. Nahik.
Nahik.
Yeah, you don't have to pronounce your K's as strongly. Yeah, Nahik. It could be a
Nahik.
very, yeah, I always say it's our language is sort of like a lazy language, in that not in English where we have to express our K's and our um, different sounds like the T's. So our T's and our K's are in between a K and a G. Okay, so go ahead. You're doing good.
Nishi. Nu. Sanana. Sanana. Papa. Be, bezak, bezak. Bo, bobotik, bobotik. Ga, gaya, gawu, gaya, gawu. Ge, wage, wage. Gu, gugen, gugen. Ka, kak, pamek, gak, pamek. Ge, spooky, spooky,
Eh, spook eh.
spooky. Go, go. I need my water. Go you,
Say it again.
go you,
Oyo.
go you. Sawasku, sawasku. Sina, Sina,
Sorry, Sina.
Sina. Sorry, I know that. That's a beaver. Sina.
Yeah.
Never read these words before. Sukismiet, Sukismiet. Tanuk, Tanuk. Ditu, Ditu. Du,
Tito. Tito.
Ditu.
Tito.
Dumu, Dumu.
Can I have a question?
Yeah.
I have a question. My question is the English use. I hear Alfred when you say that you say more an O, kind of, and I hear Mara say more like a ooh. Which one do we do?
Okay. I'm teaching Mara to be instructor, and she's been working with me since what? How many months, Mara?
I've been taking your courses for about a year and a half and working closely with you for the last 6 months, I would say. 5 months.
And you'll notice the difference between how she says some of uh the sounds like the K. That's because she learned English first. So when I allow the participants in my group to make that mistake, and then later on we're going to fine tune it. Once they start listening to conversations and seeing and following conversations written and listening to them, they'll start making that switch over to tomo, like she's saying tomo, but it's tomo. And the because automatically any English first speaker is going to look at that tu and say tomo with the u, tomo. And while in Ktunaxa we say tomo, tomo. So that's the difference. And so the more practice my group gets, the better they'll get. But right now I allow them to make that, minor mistake, I say, but to be aware of it. So and they're going to be learning, and I say another month, you'll find a big difference in the way she'll be saying the words because I'm advancing them to listening to a conversation that we had taped with our group, and then they're going to really hear the sounds. And I just finished writing all the whole conversation out. I don't know how many pages it was. It was hours and hours and hours. But I followed it almost exactly to the way they're saying it. So then they learn every sound that they're hearing, even if our speakers made a mistake, they're going to hear that sound, and they'll pick up on it. So yeah, good, you picked that up. It's just the way my first language was Ktunaxa, so it was so that's why I told her the K is almost like a G, but it's not a G. And it's pretty hard with, we have to live with this phonetical, linguistic right up that they did. And it's caused a lot of problems, and people are arguing about different things about how it was written. Our language was not written till 1974. And then the writer was someone that didn't know the language before. I think he only stayed with the Ktunaxa like 3 years. And he was an English first speaker. So, yeah, so it creates a little bit of a problem. But then that's like we're working through that. So, yeah. Okay, where
Okay,
we at?
thank you. Sorry to
That's-
interrupt, and I appreciate it. It's very challenging. I'm really impressed, and thank you for explaining.
Yeah, because Mara's only, she was, how many words did you know, Mara, when you first started?
I knew 4 words. I knew how to say good morning, geese, and my name. That was how my name is. That was really it. And using first voices to get that information too. So that was a little challenging. Yeah.
Okay, you can continue. Where are you at? Ashok or,
Tasuk. Yeah.
yeah, Ashok.
Tasuk. 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 Tinamo. Tinamo. Tuk suhumek. Tuk suhumek. Wasnicket. Wasnicket. Wissis nuhus. Wissis nuhus. Wool. Woolwats. Woolwats. Happy. Happy. Hina. Hina. Hunanuk. Hunanuk. Yaksumis. Yaksumis. Yitki. Yitki. Yuk iswi. Yuk iswi.
Any questions on that? Comments?
There are some tongue twisters in there, but that was great. Thank you.
We'll be going through them, I believe, every week. So you get a really strong foundation on those sounds. And then what I found too, once you get these copies, you can, what it really helps if you break them up into like P-A, P-A, fa, fa. Break them up into the different, the following week, we'll be going through the same thing. So as we go along, you can break them up into or syllables, I guess they call them. So, that'll be something you can do next week as we go through it. So, okay, what's the next? Okay, numbers. Okay, we are only going to do the numbers and then we're gonna go back up to the what's underneath them. So we're going, what numbers are we going up to 10 tonight? Yep, we're going up to 10. Okay, so okay, okay, okay. Two, us. Three, kasa. Four, hacha. 5, yiko. 6, in misa. 7, wistasa. 8, wuhacha. 9, kaikitwo. 10, itwo. Okay, go back up to number 1. Okay. You guys want to go over the numbers one more time before I go into my next little stuff? Okay, we'll do the numbers one more time. 1, okay. 2, us. Number 3, kasa. Number 4, hacha. Number 5, yiko. Number 6, in misa. 7, wistasa. Number 8, wuhacha. Number 9, kaikitwo. Number 10, itwo. If I'm going too fast, you guys just slow me down because I I just get into my brain and just starts rolling. So, okay, now we're going to go. If you look underneath the butterfly, you will see the number 1 with the ending ne. Okay, ne. That means there is one. I'm just going to say kolilo. 1 butterfly. Okay, ne butterfly. So that means 1 butterfly. Number 2, so us, the number with the ending ni, makes it usable in a sentence. Asne bears. In our language, asni nupko. Asni nupko. Okay, kasa. Same thing there. Kasane mountains. Kasane. So we have these broken, split apart, but usually they go together. Kasa with no space and I. So Kasane mountains. Kasane akukseet. Okay, number 4. Chacha. Chachane dragonflies. Chachane dragonflies. Chachane wachwek. Okay, number 5. Yeko. Yekone. I'm not too sure what those are. Those yellow things. There's 5 of those little
Wait, honeycombs?
things.
You what?
Okay, yeah. Okay, Yekone honeycombs. Yekone honeycombs. So does someone want to try number 6?
In Misane, I didn't see, what was it, flowers? It's gone.
Flowers.
In Misane, flowers.
In Misane, flowers. How the
In
second last
Misane.
syllable goes up?
In
In
Misane,
Misane,
in Misane,
flowers.
flowers.
So as you're noticing that just by saying that you created a sentence. You said there are 6 flowers. Okay, so the ne helps to finish to create a sentence. Okay, wistasa wistasane trees. Wistasane trees. Wistasane akitsain. Okay, so I want to try the next one, number 8.
I can try. Wuchacha ni, and then there are ladybugs, I think.
Yeah.
Wuchacha ni.
Yeah, so wuchachane ladybugs. Yeah, we'll work in your CH, you'll get it eventually. You know, like right now, you guys are doing good because I think you guys were practicing that ch from what I was saying from the first 2 sessions. So wuchachane ladybugs.
Wuchachane ladybugs.
Cha, cha. A little lazier, cha. Say cha. Wuchacha. Okay, you're on. Say it
Wuchacha.
again.
Wuchachani.
Yeah, wuchachane.
Wuchachani.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
The the way we've been trained is to always try to make things correct. So, but like I always say in the Ktunaxa language, I call it it's not really a lazy language, but it's not a very specific with the, like the ch, like you were saying, Wuchachani. It's Wuchachani. So it's a little bit more relaxed. Even mentally, you have to be more relaxed. Okay, does someone want to try the 9? Gaititwo.
Gaikitwo. Gaikitwone. Gaikitwone. Frogs.
Gaititwone frogs.
Gaikitwone. Frogs.
Someone want to try 10?
Itwuni. Itwuni. Strawberries.
Yeah.
Itwuni.
Itwo, itwone.
Itwuni strawberries.
Good. So Mara has it set up that you guys are going to be learning to count up to 100 by the time you guys are done here. But it's really easy. If you know French and know how to count in French, it's very similar. So, okay. Next thing, we are going to move on to greetings. Okay, Larry, do you want to take this part, please?
Sure. So we have all of our daily greetings here, starting with Ki Suk Wisnam. Ki Suk Wisnam. Good morning. And you'll hear this one quite often. This is our common good day. Ki Suk Kyukiet. Ki Suk Kyukiet.
We lost the paper.
I'm sorry?
Okay, there it is. We lost the sharing for a while.
Oh, sorry guys. We're getting a little bit of a storm here in central Alberta right now, so it's windy, very windy right now. Ki Suk Kwasquiet. Ki Suk Kwasquiet. Good evening. Ki Suk Ismiet. Ki Suk Ismiet. Good night. Would anybody like to take a turn saying these?
You want to go one more time and go a little bit slower?
Sure. Ki Suk Wisnam. Ki Suk Wisnam. Good morning. Ki Suk Kyukyet. Ki Suk Kyukyet. Good day. Ki Suk Kwasquiet. Ki Suk Kwasquiet. Good evening. Ki Suk Kismiet. Ki Suk Kismiet. Good night.
Hey, does anybody have any problems with any of those? Having difficulty? If you want to say what word you're having difficulty with?
Good night.
Yeah, the good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Kisuk quick meat.
It's the soft K, ch, I, and barred L sound all together.
That one, I allow beginners to slack off on there and just start with the C with the sunshine. Gesok just me it. If you only say just me it is okay. Gesok, the way it's said, is Gesok just me it. Just me it. Just. Like same as Ktunaxa. Ktu. It's really hard to say. So a lot of our I'm hoping we're not going to lose it in the language. It's one of those hard combinations, the KT and the like to. We allow people to say Ktunaxa instead of Ktunaxa. Ktunaxa. We allow them to say Ktunaxa. And same as just me it is just me it. Just me it. And it's fairly hard. I think eventually I'm hoping that people will get it. Not this group because you won't be exposed to the language a lot, but my language group that I'm working through, I'm hoping that eventually we start refining that. I allow them to do, like you can say, instead of worrying about the K senton, you just start with the senton sound. K sok, just me it. K sok, just me it is fine. Even some of our that K sound is very short and quick, even with the fluent speakers. So it really yeah, it's really hard to hear that. Like I said, the way that the linguist wrote it has created a little bit of problems. So for that, the K makes it a sing. Just me, it is night, and I don't know why the Gesok just. What I'm thinking, even just saying that Gesok just me it, so that Gesok just me it. If you go the two of them together, like merge the two of them together, that's how you could get that sound. But right now, Gesok just me it is acceptable. Okay. And the other one that was having
So the Bardell, it's a TH sound, right? I guess the
THL, it's a combination.
okay.
Sa, sa. It's not a. I can't make those sound like it's not TH as in thunder. It's sa, sa. So you put your tongue tip to the bottom of the top of the bottom of your gum and have your tongue curled up and blow sa and vocalize it sa. And the air should roll out on the sides of your tongue, either on one side or both sides. But mine usually just goes on this side. Sa.
Okay,
Sa.
thank you.
Yeah. So ke sok kwas quiet. That's good evening. And then ke sok kyukiet. Ke good ke sok kyukiet. And ke sok wisnam. So you'll see the glottals and the glottal stops in there. Okay, I always say the glottal stop is if you're going and you're saying, hey, 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 hey. it's a stop in your airflow as if you got hit in your chest. So you'll notice there's two glottal stops in ge sok. So the real proper way of saying it is ge sok wisnam. But we are allowing even some of our members to say ge sok. Do the first one, first glottal, ge sok. Ge sok wisnam. Ge sok gyukit. Ge sok koskwaid. You'll notice you can barely hear it. So I'm not a very pushy person on the second one. Get soak, get soak, get soak. What's now? Okay, any other somebody better be writing all this down because if I have to get after you guys for the glottals, then you guys say, oh no, you said on the third session. Yeah, my language group knows that I told them if I ever say you guys are going to get a spelling test on our language, you guys will know I'm mad at you guys. Because I'm more for the speaking of it. So any other questions here for this? Okay. We'll have to add one here too, Nara. Hokakikache. Huqaki, and then Qaxi. Good. Boy, the wind is blowing outside. Oh. We'll just wait for it to get back up on the screen. Here we go. Introductions. So the first one was Gesok Gyokit. Gesok Gyokit. And for your class, you would say Kapi Niskis. Gesok Gyokit Kapi Niskis. Good day to all of you. So that would be your greeting for your class in the mornings. Gesok Gyokit Kapi Niskis. Who got sick, Alfred. Who got sick, Alfred. So I am named, or my name is Who got sick. So let's try that a couple of times. Who got sick? Who got sick? Okay, the next sentence. Who kaki kahi? Who kaki kahi? I am from, I live at, or I come from, is what that means. I come from Hokaki Kahi. Hokaki Kahi. Okay, so hukakikahi kisknok. That's why you guys were given all those names right on the day one. Remember, I gave you all of the name places for your hometowns or areas. So that's what you would put in there. Hukakikahi kiskakit. Hukakikahi. Oh, I can't remember. What is Fernie?
Chakajas.
Dahak,
Ah,
was it? And Graham, did you get your name for Golden?
Akanuktuk.
Yeah. So hukakikahi aknok or aknokok. So that's why you guys got all your name places right on day one, because I was prepared to have you guys fit that into the sentence here. Okay. Hon inni. Okay. Nara, you can do this one.
Hon ini Ktunaxa. This is I am. Hon ini.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't. Okay, so you can either put in your profession in there, or hon ini, or your oh, my brain is just stuck here. Or you, where your lineage, or it could be anything in there. Hon ini, I am a fast runner. I am a hon ini.
Could you do your age? Like how old you are?
No,
I am.
no.
No.
Do we have Waha and He on here anywhere? Mary, in our
Waha.
lessons?
Waha. But I will add that in for next week.
Okay. I was just asking if we had the words for yes and no in here. And I remember it might have been one morning I woke up and I thought about it and I thought, I wonder if we have that on there. So Waha is no, and He or He is yes. He or He.
And we did go over that
You can
very
drop
briefly
these.
last week.
Oh, we did? Okay. Okay, you had on your He, it's HIY, or another word, HIHI. So there's two possibilities for that. IY. That one, and the other one is HIY. He, or
Or HIY.
it's for yes.
For yes, yeah. Okay.
Okay, like you have some homework you want to talk to them about?
Yes. Hi, he. We're gonna, any school-related phrases that you would like us to have translated, anything that you feel that you say a lot on a daily basis, have that emailed to me and Alfred and I will have those ready for you and we'll do the translations together in our groups next week. And also, I will send these slides out after we're done tonight. And from now on, I will have them prepared and sent to you ahead of time.
Any
Is there
chance?
any, go ahead.
Sorry, it's Patty here. Any chance we could get the recordings as well, just to practice?
So the recordings are posted, I'll post them the next day on the Ktunaxa language course website, and I will, I'll pop that in the chat right here so you have that too. But the first two courses sessions are already on there.
Okay, Sukani.
Is there, we've got about 15 or so minutes. This was your first introduction to the sounds and the different words. Are there any questions, or are we going too fast, or?
I think it's fast, but it's just unfamiliar. But the more that we actually hear the language, and the more then it will make more sense, hopefully.
Yeah, I fully understand that because my group, I've got, I think there's about 20 that eventually stayed on, but I started out with quite a few, and after the conversation that they were used to me talking, like slow, and we go through words and they'd be looking at the words. So we threw in the conversation, and the two speakers were going back and forth on many different topics, and they were struggling with the language because we aren't using it enough. And this is one of my goals, is to get people to use the language, especially our fluent speakers. And so they were struggling a lot with it. And I asked, by the end of the, I was about an hour, just about hour and a half, an hour and 15 minutes. My whole crew was just brain exploded on them, because everybody's logged out, and I was busy trying to get a ride for the other elder to go back home. And when I got back to the group, there's only about three people left. Everybody else had bailed out. And so I knew that the whole conversation was really hard on them to try and understand. So yeah, so that's one of the things. My group has been about a year and a half or so. We've been working at it, and we're getting into a little bit of conversation, listening to speakers, to start, getting them to hear the language on a spoken word, where you guys are learning right from, and yeah, I know you're, like, we tend to go too fast. I know Mary, I've got to slow her down a little bit more. and so you guys can hear all the different sounds. And then as you guys get better and understand the words, then you can go a little bit quicker. But that's good, because, like I say, in our language, in the Ktunaxa language, everyone acquires their own speed. Like the one word I think henna, yeah, henna is the XI sound. So that word, if I say henna, that means I'm, just not really disgusted with that thing, but I'm not in agreement with what I just heard. Then my next level would be henna. It's the same word, but it means a different bit of a meaning. Now, if I say henna like that, that means a higher level of that same word. So in the Ktunaxa language, we can use the same word at different levels and for different uses. So everyone will learn how to get their own, what I call Ktunaxa language feed, how comfortable they are to speak it. So, okay, any other people that are lost and need help with a word or?
Alfred, I have a question that I just noticed tonight. On the Miyat is day, and yet it's part of night. Kisa, looking at my notes. Kisa Miyat is good night, but Sla Uken Miyat, Sla I Miyat. I just made the connection that they're for the days of the week, and they're the Miyat.
Okay, my explanation for that is miyat. Miyat is miyat, okay? It's going to indicate either a day or part of the day. Just miyat means nighttime. So just because the language is so old, I don't know where that just came from. Okay,
Right.
it could be from no, it's chuck. Chuck is how to close your eyes or hold your eyes tight. So with me as a teacher of the language and learning about the language, the like the me, the ending papers that you guys got. Yeah, you guys should have got all the ending, not like you're in the Nokinka Achikai's group, should have got the endings. Okay, in there, you'll see, I've tried to explain that it, okay, it means and indicates, doesn't mean, it indicates an area. Okay,
Mhm.
and nothing specific, but just an area. So in learning about the language, I had to really think about how I was going to teach that. So may it is any part of the day, but just may it means it's the nighttime part of the dark time part of the day or the nighttime part of the day.
I think also not seeing it as the seeing it more as a day, a 24-hour period versus the daylight hours maybe helps. Like good day, I think of like the daytime hours, whereas if you see it more as the days of the week, sort of as the entire 24-hour period, sort of helps me wrap my brain around it a little bit more. Does that make any sense?
Okay. Yeah, as long as it makes sense to you, that's all that matters, and helps you understand. That, like I I love for people utilizing their own method of learning and remembering or associating with something, because in the Ktunaxa language, there's a lot of different things that, because the language is so old, that, like one of the things when I dig down into the language, we have a lot of the A words in our language. And then we have the HA words. And I've been really thinking about that and trying to understand why we have A words that, it doesn't quite fit in, but I think because it's such an old language, that we are going to have to, like I said in our spiderwebs course, if there's something I don't understand because our language is so old that I can't reach the root of that word, I say we give it to coyote, because coyote in our legends is always going, coyote is going along, is how our legends used to start. So in our Nokinka Akchikais, in our Spiders Web group, we said, if you hear me saying we're going to give it to coyote, he can take it, because that basically says, I don't know, I can't answer your question, but we're going to give it to coyote. He's going to go along. Next time he comes around, he may have an answer for us. So those are one of those things that me is indicates day. That's how I say when I'm talking indicates. That's just what it means. It indicates the day. So yeah, so that's one of the things. It's not like you'll notice I'm not going to push any of the linguistic lingo, because I will not learn the linguistic lingo, so that I look like I'm a smart person up here, because like they go into, I don't know, like palette and all kinds of words, and and I asked one of my my cousins, she's a good speaker too, and I asked her about I can't remember what it was, ending, M.I. Bardell ending, and she gave me the linguist term for it. And I'm sure she didn't understand what that meant, but she was taught that, if you ask a question like you said me, I could have gave you a linguistic term and you would have got nothing out of it. I would have had the pleasure of me telling you, oh yeah, that's spontaneous combustion, and you wouldn't know what the heck what I'm talking about, and then I could get away with it. But this is how I operate. If I don't understand something, and because it's part of the language that progressed from years ago, then I can't answer it. I've studied it and I try to figure it out, but I can't. So it's just something I have to accept. So yeah. Any other questions, or I'm just slobbering over here.
I learned tonight it's a language that you can't speak and eat soup at the same time. It didn't work. I don't know if that's been documented, but
But it does have to have a moist mouth for the sh. So I've been drinking, but in between.
Yeah. That's why I say you have to have, if you're gonna talk to someone and practice their language, make sure they have an umbrella so they can open it up and put.
I was thinking that this could not have been the language of a desert people. It has to come from a place with plenty of water.
It's only for the learners. Once you get pretty proficient in the language, it doesn't even phase on you. That's why I say it's got to be why I call it a lazy language, because as English speakers, you guys are really trying hard because like the k, and your brain is going to the English K instead of the Ktunaxa K, which is between the G, G, and K. G. So G, K, G, K, G, G. So it's not even none of those two, but it's in between. It's a new sound in between. So that's why I call it a lazy language. It's not a K, because in the linguist wrote it down as a K, but it wasn't a K. So it's more closer to a G, but not quite a G. It's not a goose, like goose, G, but it is G, ka, khosro, ka, G, and there's not a K. So that's why I call it a lazy language. And once you realize that you're not spitting very much, you know you're getting it.
Alfred, it's Patty here.
Yeah.
Could you say the word owl? Because that would be that K and G, right? The goopy, goopy.
Yeah, goofy, goofy,
Goopy,
goofy.
goopy.
Yeah.
So can he?
So that is a really good example. It's not a GUVI, but phonetically, I would write that down as GUVI for beginner speakers. So like we did in the first night we started, we wrote all those names in phonetical. I call it in my own phonetical system. When I was learning how to write, before I learned how to write, even before the linguist, when he was working on it, even before, I would listen to the language and try and write it. And I was learning the numbers, and my my Bardell sound was I just did a squiggly line down like that. That was when I saw that symbol, I knew that was a Bardell sound. But I didn't know what it wasn't a L, it was like THL. So I made up my own symbol for it. Okay, any other questions, or someone needs help with something they don't understand? So during the week, you can also practice your numbers, like okay, okay, me, pot, or okay, me, tire. You know, you can add anything on the end of that, but okay, okay, me, and then whatever it is. So you go from the number to what you're making a statement. There's one of something. So 1 to 10, because you guys are going to be going up to 1 to, by the end, we're going to be going to the number 100. And I wondered, that's one of, before anybody gets the idea to ask me about how they got the numbers, I don't know how they got the numbers. Whether we had numbers before or after, because it, I think we would have had it before, but it, when I asked about 1,000, it was, I was given two. One was 1,000 is what I was told. So then I wondered, okay, did we have those numbers before or did they come after? But when, if you look at the numbers that we've done so far, 1 to 10, you have Ktunaxa, which is 4. And you look at 8, Ktunaxa. So that indicates to me that we had numbers before, but because I don't know what the wo is, it almost like it's 2 times the 4 is what it indicates. Ktunaxa and Ktunaxa. So yeah, so those are all the things that my silly brain goes into all these phases of wondering what the heck is going on with the language. And I try and have answers.
Well, it's amazing what you've pulled out. And I know I've got all these stickies on our fridge now, so I know my kids are going to be testing me all week. So thanks again.
You guys will be getting the copy of next week's lesson. Any other questions? Or Mara, have you got anything to add?
Just that I'll send those this week's and next week's out after we're done. And now that we know, I'll have the slides to everybody before our sessions. And be ready next week for where you're from. Gaki gaki.
Okay. Takas, Giso, just made it. Good night.
Kisuk tikmiet kapi.
Just made.
Iso kithiut miet.
Yes.
So good meet.
Kesuk, Iskimit.
So can he